This is Shawn with Gate City Foundation Drainage. We are on a job today. Actually, we're back on a job in Greensboro, and I did a short on this persistent wet area. So look at what we have going on here. It's just all the time wet right there. And if you look, we have a gutter downspout right there, and it goes nowhere. And so if you remember this job, we had a pop-up emitter over here on this end, and it was just washing out the grass. It ended like, I don't know, 10 feet from the curb or so. And if you remember this one, Miguel and I came over here and gave it a proper discharge point. So we're pretty sure that there's a pop-up emitter buried over here and holding water back, and we are going to do the same thing. And I wasn't going to film this one, but my last 3 quotes were persistent water in the ground like this in the yard. And anytime you have that, I always suspect drainage pipes that don't go anywhere. So we need to find the pipe first of all, which is what Jeremy's doing.
Yep.
And dig it up and see what we're dealing with.
Here,
You think you found something?
like, let's put it this way, it's 4 inches difference between here and the next nearest hole, and that's roughly in line.
Where were you? Right here?
No, that hole.
This hole?
Yeah, because the hole I could do over here could push all the way. I pushed all the way to here.
Okay.
Much a deeper hole. I'm not sure if that's it or not, but
Yeah. I'm thinking there's a pop-up emitter over here somewhere.
and what, it just got buried or something?
Yeah. Let's dig right there.
Right there? Sure.
And you see we're only a couple inches deep.
Yep. Yeah, pretty solid, whatever that is. Yep, that's it.
All right, there's a pipe there.
Yep.
So we are. Okay, we found the pipe, and it's PVC, so it's good. So wherever it goes should be right near this wet area. So if we can expose this right here, we should find something.
That's it.
Huh. Okay.
That's it.
Hang on. Okay, just as soon as I turn the camera off, Jeremy found the pop-up emitter. Okay, just as soon as I turn the camera off, Jeremy found the pop-up emitter. And again, the idea of the persistent wet area is because this pop-up or a clogged pipe or whatever is holding water and then just eventually slowly releasing it. That's why you get this persistent wet area in a yard. So again, when you have a drainage problem, you need to get the drainage water and you need to be able to see it flowing away. So in this case, that whole pipe's probably full of water. In this case, rainwater hits, gets in the pipe, we don't know where it goes. So what we're going to do here, we're going to extend this pipe out, core the curb, and you'll be able to see that problem water flowing away. So that's where we're at. Okay, I got this cleared out just in this area right here while Jeremy finished setting up the core drill. So let me show you a trick on applying, because if you try to do this by hand and you're pushing on this thing, it will destroy you. So let me show you what we're going to do here. And viewers that have seen us do this before, you get to see it again. This is awesome. The curb is a little bit narrow right there, so we're going to aim a little bit high on the back, but this is the setup. So we have a fixed point, we have a screw jack which can apply force in the horizontal position. A bottle jack won't do that. And then we've got our core drill here. We've also got a generator out here just because this thing may trip a 15 amp breaker, so it's just easier to have our own power out here. So yeah, this should be way easier. And it is 9:27. Let's see how long it takes us to core this thing.
You ready? Good with that one?
What happened? The generator died?
Yep, generator died.
That thing is gonna work. Well, I put a new carburetor on that Jenny yesterday and it was running, but now it's not. So I guess we're gonna go with the cord up to the house and hopefully we won't pop a breaker. Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think one of our cords might not be working, but anyway, we got it hooked up to the house. So let's see how we do. Oh, 9:40.
And you got it. There we go. All right. And there you go. One slug out of the way. Oh, look at that. We
Went right on the
there
joint.
on the curb. There you go. And now, time for some pipe. You ready for some pipe? I think we're ready for some pipe.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see what time it is. 9:47. So that did not take very long. This screw jack thing works really well. Jeremy's going to turn the water off and we will get a probably just stub out right there. I don't want to beat a pipe through here because we're at a weird angle and the curb got kind of thin here. So I think if we can just kind of stub into that core, we'll be fine. I guess it's because it was on a joint right there, but I don't want to, anyway, I don't want to crack that right there by beating too hard on a pipe.
That can make it go straight. That would be ideal. Although you may end up having to make
Here, just get it lined up and then we'll just tap it.
Okay, that is aligned.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
That pipe is going to be a bitch to get in there, isn't it?
Yeah, are you wanting to do a short segment? Like you want to try straight and then
Another coupler?
either another coupler or a Femco or
Whatever you think.
in which case do you want me to go ahead and
Well, if we're going to do a furlough, we should have done that without that coupler in there. Let's just see if the pipe will go in there.
Okay. Okay. In which case, let me...
Okay, we are trying to expose the pipe we're going to hook onto. I wanted to do this after the trench was in place because it may release a ton of water that's being held up in that pipe. So I didn't want to have a bunch of water to be working in with no way to get out. So let's see how we do. Just in case it actually is the money shot.
Yep.
I wonder if it's glued on there or screwed on. Feels like there's, I mean, something's loosening up.
Oh yeah. I can dig out more in the front if you need me to. Yeah, I think it's just hitting on dirt. There you go.
Whatever it was, we broke. Okay, there's a, oh, it's, what is, okay, it's,
And there it goes.
I think this is an adapter
Ah,
of some sort.
that's what it looks like. Yeah, I can dig. If you want me to hold, if you want to hold that, I'll dig out a little bit more. Maybe a little bit easier.
We don't ever use these pop-ups, so we don't really know how they go together. Oh, look at that. Look at all that shingle dust. That's why we don't use them. You would never want your water to take a hard 90 like that. Even on a huge amount of fall here, these things still don't work.
What you need me to do with it?
I just want to break that.
There you go.
Is it coming?
Yep, looks like it.
Okay. Well, we could have just cut the pipe. But then we have to dig more.
Yep. Either way you got to work, it's just a matter of which way you want to do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. One adapter out of the way.
There we go.
That's it. Oh, and look. Collected all sorts of stuff inside of there.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. All right. And let's see.
Look at this. It's just all shingle dust.
Yep. Probably a good bit up the pipe.
Yeah, but once we have a
Nice clear way, the rain will wash it out.
Yep. Sure
Yes,
will.
indeed. So actually, when that first rain, it'll come out.
There's a couple of screws in here too. Let's just cut this stupid pipe.
Okay, we can do that.
That's why it wouldn't come out, because there were some screws in there.
Gotcha.
Ready?
Yep.
We may have to clear that out and get a little bit straighter cut. That didn't come out too well.
Yeah, here. I'll
I mean, it's in there. Let's just let it sit. Okay, it's not pretty because we're having to try to match that thing, but we did get the pipe in the hub and the coupler. It pounded our pipe through the curb a little bit further, but that's fine too. It still looks really good. Okay, now I think we can delicately put the rest of this together. I think we may need to cut the bank out a little bit right there. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, 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 go. You gotta want more than that.
I'm about to hit concrete.
That's okay, another inch.
I need a bigger beater.
That's it. Can you get that beater out of there? That tapper?
Actually, can you toss me the, don't you have that screwdriver? It's behind you behind your left shoulder.
Hopefully we can get that piece out. How's it look over there? Okay, we got our new pipe installed through the curb, and Jeremy's going to hook up the garden hose up there and dump it in that gutter downspout. So we'll see how we did. I'm also interested to see if any of the muck that's held in that original pipe will come flowing through. Now that'll all start flowing through once we get some real heavy rains and whatnot. But oh yeah. Okay. Jeremy's got the water going, and we are already getting shingle dust coming out of here. So you see that, those black little fragments there? That's all shingle dust coming through there. And that will just clean itself right out. But now the gutter water is fully contained, and it's got an unobstructed outlet. Look at all that shingle dust coming through there. So you would never, at least in my opinion, never ever use a pop-up emitter. There's a pop-up emitter for you. This is also why we don't use these adapters. We just drop the downspout into a coupler. So there's not really a good way to get in that pipe now.
Yep.
Okay. I think we got it. Let me maybe. We love those pop-up emitters.
Love to take them out.
Yep. So we'll spread some seed on this and call it a day. We leave the trench mounded because it will settle back and it'll flatten back out. Look at how this other one turned out. If you just leave the trench flat, or if you peel the sod off and put the sod back, the trench will reform. So it's pretty crazy, but you would think that volume of pipe, but it'll take the whole, every bit of dirt that comes out will go back. And so you would think that the pipe would take up some of that volume, but it just doesn't. So it looks kind of bad right now, but it'll look really good in the long run. Okay, I guess we're going to get cleaned up. This was an interesting one, and I wanted to make this video to show that anytime you have persistent water in a yard, always look at what the gutters are doing. And so I have been doing, I think I did 2 or 3 quotes that day, and it was like the problem was persistent water, persistent wetness in a yard. And every single one of them was a situation like this, where the gutters were disappearing underground and nobody knew where they went. And so a couple things on this video. I wanted to show that when you do have a muddy spot that's just really persistent, always look at what the gutters are doing. But I also wanted to make this video to show you the usage of these pop-up emitters. And if I had come by when this system was first put in and said, don't use pop-up emitters, they're going to get covered up, they're going to get blocked up, you would have never believed me. And yet that's exactly what happened. They just get covered up and forgotten about, and the water takes a hard 90, so all the shingle dust and muck stays in there and clogs. And so anytime you're doing a drainage system, always make sure you take that water to a place where it's completely out of the equation. And so if you remember the first video on this one, the complaint was that the water was erupting out of the pop-up emitter and just gouging out the lawn. And so we went over there for I guess the right side of the house and did the same thing. And then the homeowner had said, well, I don't know where the other one goes, but it wasn't really causing a problem at that point. And they had just bought the house too. But fast forward to this summer, and there's a persistent wet spot in the yard. That's exactly what happened. The pop-up got covered up, forgotten about. Who would have ever guessed that would happen? So just don't use those pop-up emitters. There may be an occasional circumstance where you need them, but for the most part, if you can take the water and get it completely out of the way, that's what you want to do. And so that's what we did here. We got the gutter water poured through the curb, and it's now flowing into the street like it's supposed to. So I guess that's about it. With that, I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. This is Shawn. I hope you all have enjoyed this video, even though it was a fairly simple video, but it demonstrated a couple important things about doing drainage work. And hopefully you will not be using pop-up emitters ever. All right, with that one, I will see you all in the next one. Take care.